I'm John with Sharpened Artist. Today I want to show you how I remove dark colored pencil off Stonehenge paper on a current portrait that I'm working on. I want to show you how you can remove colored pencil from any surface that you're working on. Now, I'm working on Stonehenge paper. Most surfaces you can remove colored pencil from. On Stonehenge, I mean, it is not as smooth as some surfaces, and you may have more challenges with some of the smoother surfaces, and it depends on how much you've pressed down, how much maybe you've burnished. But I used a kneaded eraser first, and now I'm going through there with my sticky putty. That putty is so incredible. That is an alkaline sticky putty. It's a reusable museum and gallery quality adhesive. If your kneaded eraser isn't up for the job, then grab that sticky putty and use that, and you can reuse it time and time again. Reestablishing some of those shadowed areas there on the eye. You know, if you looked at the reference on this, you would see that this model does not have tarantula leg eyelashes like I've drawn them here, so we've got to remove that. Sometimes you can get a little carried away like I did here, and you can start putting in too much what would be mascara really, and it just starts looking like fur, and you got to kind of look at it, look back at your reference, and start to notice, oh yeah, that's looking a little off. But never fear, you can always get rid of stuff that you've already laid down. So I want to also add the gray, and then I want to add some more brown, the brown umber here. That's a Pablo pencil I'm using right now. Lavender gray was a luminance pencil from Caran d'Ache. But I want to reestablish a little bit of the shadows, even inside the eyelashes themselves. And now I want to pay special attention to those areas where they kind of clump together and they'll gather and be a little thicker. I just had too much up there, and they were coming into the eye, it looked like, and it was just really off. It did not look like the reference at all. Just kind of keep looking back at your reference photo to make sure you're not overstating that. Same thing is true for the eyelash underneath. And so I'm removing that first, and you'll see a little bit of ghosting there after I've removed it, and that's okay. And I can come back in there with brown ochre again, just like I did on the top. And I also used a little bit of burnt ochre, 10%, and that kind of added to the overall value that I was trying to achieve there in the color. But now that I've removed that, I can come back in there and sort of go back over, tracking a little bit here, going back over some of the marks that I've already made, making those again, making them just a little bit softer than what I had originally there. Alright, so there you have it. That's how you can remove colored pencil. And as you progress through a portrait, remember that the focal point typically is going to be in the eyes. And so that's the most important area that you want to establish a whole lot of detail in, and you want to keep the contrast right there at the pupil. I mean, if you look at an eye, you're wanting it to be right there where there is the greatest contrast, and not over there on the eyelash. So just something to keep in mind. And eyelashes can be fuzzy typically, and they'll look a lot better than if we try to draw each little individual eyelash. Just some tips to keep in mind. If you are ready to get started in colored pencil, you can head on over to the link right there below, coloredpencil.link/guide, and I've got a free downloadable guide for you. You can get started today creating your own colored pencil artwork. If you're new to my channel, I would love for you to subscribe, like the video, share it with others, and until next time, stay sharp.